Buenas-buenas, balik lagi bersama Evi. Dan hari ini kembali live. Karena apa ya? Karena momennya tuh tepat banget ya. Mungkin di sini ada amigos-amigos pencinta sepak bola yang menyaksikan pertandingan akhir minggu lalu ya, antara Prancis dan Argentina di pertandingan final Piala Dunia yang akhirnya dimenangkan oleh Argentina. Dan buat banyak orang gitu ya, mungkin yang mengikuti menyukai pertandingan sepak bola tuh, momentum kemenangan Argentina, kok momentum sih, momen kemenangan Argentina ini sangat menarik ya, karena Argentina setelah 36 tahun berhasil lagi mendapatkan gelar juara dunia. Akhirnya Messi juga jadi juara dunia, pemain terbaik juga ya kemarin di pertandingannya. Dan itu kan kesannya gimana ya, banyak faktor-faktor gitu, faktor-faktor pendukung yang membuat kemenangan Argentina tuh dinantikan banyak orang atau juga tidak diharapkan oleh sebagian banyak orang. Nah, jujur kemarin waktu diriku nonton itu bukan sempat ya, kayaknya itu deg-degan banget gitu. Dan jujurnya aja nih, diriku mau mendukung Argentina karena faktor Messi-nya dan berharap banget dia tuh bisa megang piala itu gitu. Tapi kan partai pertama dimenangkan Argentina, tapi pas partai kedua sih Vi, pertengahan pertandingan kedua, babak keduanya gitu kan, akhirnya yang menang jadinya imbang kan ya, akhirnya masuk ke perpanjangan waktu. Dan itu tuh naik turun gitu kan ya, kayak kesel gitu nontonnya, nggak selesai gitu, jantungnya tuh berdetak dengan kencang gitu, kapan selesainya gitu kan. Ada Dita, hai Dita. Ya nih, lagi ngomongin soal final Piala Dunia yang kemarin, lu nonton nggak tak? Dan waktu itu siapa yang lu dukung pas final kemarin? Nah, balik lagi ya soal pertandingan itu, dan akhirnya kan ya menang ya, akhirnya dengan penalti dan segala macem. Dan diriku kira ya udahlah ya, menang segitu aja gitu. Cuma sewaktu baca berita-berita dan juga banyak banget yang berkeliaran di sosial media tentang bagaimana Argentina itu orang-orang di Argentina itu yang gila banget dalam tanda kutip menyambut kemenangan ini, yang kalau dilihat video-videonya tuh kayak, ini orang waras nggak sih gitu, kok sampai segitunya menyambut kemenangan ini gitu. Tapi pernah denger nggak sih amigo semua, kalau di sana agama terbesarnya salah satunya adalah ya sepak bola gitu. Setiap anak pasti ingin menjadi pemain sepak bola segala macam gitu kan, atau ingin jadi terkenal seperti itu. Dan ya kelihatan sih ya gitu, kecintaan mereka, kegilaan mereka terhadap sepak bola itu di berita-berita yang muncul gitu. Dan sedikit banyak sih yang bikin ketawa juga gitu. Salah satunya yang barusan saya posting di Instagram story, mungkin amigos juga udah lihat gitu. Orangnya ini udah terkapar gitu ya, udah dibopong sama petugas kesehatan, tapi tetap aja dong tangannya masih mengepal, mengacung ke udara gitu, tetap harus ikut berpesta. Nah, oleh karena itu kali ini diriku mau live bareng sama seorang teman yang tinggal di Buenos Aires, Argentina. Oke, hai, halo.
Hey, Agustin.
Hai, oke, pakai bahasa Indonesia ya.
Sorry,
Jadi,
Bahasa, but just English or Spanish.
okay, how are you, Agus?
No, I
Yeah,
was
you're
gone
back.
for a minute. I'm back now. Sorry about
Okay.
all the technical problems.
Yes, okay. It's always happens.
This is what happens when we try to connect from around the
Yeah.
world.
How are you? That's my first question to you, I think.
I'm very good, thank you. I'm very
Uh,
happy that the World Cup is over now, and of course that we won, obviously.
yes, that's why we want to talk with you. I mean, like for everyone who's watching now, Agustin is the pure blood Argentinian, probably. And you live in
Yeah,
Buenos Aires, right?
exactly. Yeah, I'm born and raised Argentinian,
Mm.
and I live in Buenos Aires exactly. But I had the opportunity to travel a little bit, and that's when I met Effie.
Yes, we met in somewhere around the globe. We met in India in 2014. It was, oh, we watched the World Cup as well. Remember?
Yeah, I remember, of
We
course.
watched.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's how. Oh, yeah. Once, but it was not the final. I remember.
Sí, perdón, contesto, no sé si, should I answer in the chat or should I answer live?
Oh, to Fadil, you can answer it live.
It's easy. Yeah, I live in Buenos Aires, as I just mentioned. And I'm currently in Buenos Aires. Sorry, I'm at my work at the moment. I'm at the office, so
Mm.
just taking a break.
Okay, so we will not take a. I will not rob your time much longer, Agus. I want to ask like,
No,
congratulations.
it's perfect. There's no rush.
Yeah, I was like the other day. I was like, after the World Cup, the final. I was like, scrolling social media, YouTube, and everything. Everything is about Argentina. About it's everything about the selection, like the team in Qatar. But after that, it's just like the celebration in Argentina, the whole Argentina. And even I talked with Liliana that she said that, well, during the match, everyone was quiet, but then when we scored, everyone was just like went crazy. And then after you won, everyone just like ran to the street. And what about you?
What about me? No, I also went to the streets and I celebrated first with my girlfriend nearby my place, and then I
Mm,
grabbed my bike and I went to the city center. You've probably seen
mm,
some pictures. There is an iconic monument in the middle of the city center, which is the obelisk. And yeah,
mm-hmm,
most people congregated there or try to go there. The problem
mm,
is that it was so crowded. Everybody was going to that same place, so it was really complicated to get there, to get to the city center. But it
mm.
was amazing.
But how far are you from the obelisk, the city center? If it's normal, in a
Uh,
normal time,
in a
with
normal
the
time, probably would take me half an hour to get there.
oh, okay,
So
okay.
yeah, I guess it's somewhere around 7 to 8 kilometers, I guess.
Mm,
But you have to take into consideration traffic, of course.
mm. But
But
yes, the other
it
day,
took me around an hour to get there.
wow, it's double the time. So,
Yeah, double the time, and I couldn't get to the right to the center to the obelisk because it was so crowded.
mm-hmm. Wow. So, so that's the place, right? The where all people will go, like like the center of everything, the obelisk.
Yeah, it is a place where people gather when they want to celebrate whatever, if it's a football match from any particular team or a
Mm,
World Cup match, just like this one. Like people, that's a
mm,
place where people go. At least in Buenos Aires, the same
mm,
thing happens in all towns and cities. Like people get together in the main plaza or in the main square and celebrate with other colleagues or friends
mm.
there.
Okay. So, how important it is the World Cup being the winner for you?
How important is it's an excellent question. Just before the World Cup, I'm not to be honest, to be sincere, I'm not a big football fan. I don't
Mm,
follow football regularly. And when the World Cup started, I wasn't very involved in the games. I wasn't following the games, to be honest. But when the game with the Netherlands started, I started to follow the games, and I got really into it. I got really anxious, and I wanted, well, as much as most Argentinians, I think we wanted to see Argentina win, of course, but we wanted to see Messi win the World Cup, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not following the World Cup as well, but for all this news about Messi that he hasn't had the World Cup in the trophy, he hasn't collected the title yet. So I was like expecting him to win, not the
Exactly.
Argentina. It's not about the whole team, but I want him to win, like just for the good sake of Messi. Then, well, yeah, apparently also the match with the Netherlands, like it's kind of tough, and then it caught my attention as well because the game is really on. And then what caught my attention as well is like after you win and everything, everyone use the word like sufrir, este sufrimiento, like the suffer. Like,
Yeah,
what is that?
exactly.
I still don't get it.
Why did we suffer that much? Well, again, I think most people were expecting Messi to win, and I think he mentioned in a couple of interviews that probably this was his last World Cup. So if he didn't make it this time, then he would have never made it. And a lot of people were also saying, well, he's a great player, but if he never wins the World Cup, he's not the best, or he's not going to be one of the best. I guess that's the main reason. And everybody was so eager, so looking forward for him to win the World Cup finally, that, we just couldn't accept him losing this chance. That's why. And I guess the word that you choose to suffer was the right one, because we really suffered a lot. And I don't know if I guess most people that saw the World Cup, the final match, will agree with this word, because we suffered that so much. We started winning 2-0, and until I think the 75th minute, we were winning by 2 goals, which was an enough, I guess, was the word, like we were pretty confident that we will win with those 2 goals. And suddenly 2 minutes later we were tied 2-2.
Yeah.
So that was terrible.
Yeah. And also when it was the extended time, right?
Exactly. We scored 1 goal. Messi scored 1 more goal to put us 3-2. And I guess less than 5 minutes later, France scored and tied the game again. And I think, again, until the very last minute, we were about on the verge of losing that game. Again, losing the possibility of Messi winning the World Cup. I guess that's the reason. That's the main reason that we suffered and we struggled that much. I think nobody wanted to see Messi lose the World Cup once again, because this is not the first time that he played a final match.
Yeah. But does it also reflect about the current situation in Argentina, like as a nation, not just how tight the game was, but it's as in a country?
Yeah, obviously, yeah. The situation in the country is also very important. I think we've been through an economic crisis for the last 2 or 3 years. A lot of people are struggling to get by and to make ends meet by the end of the month. And also compounded with that, we are going through a political struggle. So there is a lot of tension going on in the society. So football is always a good excuse to forget about current affairs, forget about the struggle, forget about the economic crisis, and it allows us to dream, if you like, or to hope for something different.
So is the euphoria still going on?
Sorry, say again, Effie?
So is the euphoria being the winner is still going on? I mean, like you probably didn't sleep for the entire Sunday, and then Monday is public holiday, but now today is Thursday already. So how
Yeah,
is it?
the war is still going on and probably will go on for a couple of weeks. Certainly, well, we have the holidays now, but the euphoria and the happiness in people's faces is still, you can still see it on the streets, and people
Mm-hmm.
are still very happy. And uh, probably if you go to a restaurant and somebody started singing like one of the songs from the World Cup, like the whole
Mm-hmm.
restaurant will join in,
Mm-hmm.
because yeah, people are very very happy with what is going on. We had we received the players last Tuesday, 2 days ago, and I don't know if you saw the videos or the picture, but there were huge crowds and massive crowds of people going there to receive the players. And it was so massive, so out of control that the players couldn't make it to the city center, couldn't make it to the obelisk, because
Mm-hmm.
the roads were so crowded and so full of people waiting to see, well, their heroes, right? To see
Mm-hmm.
Messi and the rest of the players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, I watched one video that shows that this highway, like through two tires of like two tires of highway, and people were
Yeah,
like just like walking there is like full of people, like all the roads are filled with people, and it says that 5 million people were receiving the players. So it was crazy,
exactly.
like 5 million people is the whole Singapore, the whole population of Singapore. Can you
Yeah,
imagine?
exactly. I know that 5 million people for Indonesia perhaps is not a large
Oh,
cloud, but it's one tenth of the population was on the streets celebrating the football match, and the
yeah.
players and everybody was happy. And despite some minor problems and despite some people who got injured, it was a happy celebration. It was a party, and well, we are lucky to see it. Unfortunately, again, the players couldn't make it to the obelisk. They couldn't
Mm-hmm.
make it to the place, to the
Yeah.
center of the celebrations. But once again, yeah, I think they enjoyed being welcomed by these big crowds, and everybody was very very happy.
Is it still a lot of people are in the city center now celebrating?
Uh, well, things are trying to get back to normal, so mostly in the city center you can find offices and places where people go to work. So
Mm.
we're trying to get back to normal, to the normal days now. But well, again, I guess if one of the players shows up in the city center or wherever, like people will
Mm.
crowd and gather to celebrate.
So I got one question about your work. Do you go to office or you work from home?
No, unfortunately, I have to go to the office. I'm doing
Okay.
an office regime. 5 days a week, I have to be in the office.
Okay. So on Tuesday, were you talking about that everyone with your office mates, or like, or what? Like how do people do on
So
Tuesday?
what happened on Tuesday is that on Monday evening, the national government declared that Tuesday was going to be a holiday, so people wouldn't have to go to work. So
Mm-hmm.
that's one of the reasons that so many people gathered and went to the streets and to the roads to
Mm-hmm.
receive the players.
Oh,
So
so
now
okay. I
I
thought it was
had
the public holiday was on Monday.
no, the public holiday was on Tuesday. The players
Mm-hmm.
got here to Argentina on Monday evening, Monday night,
Mm-hmm.
and the celebrations were on Tuesday.
On Tuesday. So was it really quiet during the game? Like everyone just like really focused on the game.
Yeah,
Like it's like
yeah. During the game, it's rare to see people on the streets. Like if you would go out, if you go to a highway, you can probably walk around the highway by yourself, and there's not a lot of people on the streets, especially during the penalties. I also watched the video that you commented, like the girl riding her bikes through the streets.
Yeah.
That's not normal that you would encounter cars on the street on a regular day. And I think, yeah, most people were watching the game or were waiting to see what happens on the game, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Were your dogs okay? Or was your dog okay with the crazy parties outside? Because Liliana said that she needs to put like some she needs to calm down all her dogs because people were really crazy outside.
yeah. Well, of course, I guess celebrations have an impact on normal daily life, and
Mm.
especially, I guess, people who do not follow football and they have their own right to not follow football or to not follow the World Cup. This was probably an inconvenience, but I guess most people were happy to be celebrating and to having the World Cup, to winning the World Cup after 36 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Every 4 years, people are expecting to see what happens with the World Cup. As you probably know, football is such a big sport here in Argentina. Is the national sport, and most people follow football or the local clubs or
Mm-hmm.
the national teams when it's playing. So it's so important that, yeah, when something big happens, when one of these teams wins the world a championat or a tournament, um, it gets quite messy, or people go out celebrating, and yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So, do you think
it's hard
Messi?
to blame them.
Sorry.
It's hard to blame them.
No. The Well, especially after you said that all the political tensions and the economical the pressure that you guys have, so it's one of the refreshment, I guess, like a really big refreshment for you guys out there.
Yeah, and if I may add just one more thing, is that what is also very important is that in a society which is very divided by many lines, political lines, about football teams or religion
Mm.
subjects. It's so divided. To finally have one reason to get together and to celebrate together, it's so important. And for me, it's just nice to see people enjoying together. Everybody was happy. Uh, Again, I guess some people were not that happy with all the inconvenience and all the national holidays or whatever, but most people just went out on the streets and celebrated together, uh, forgetting that probably they were not on the same page on political
Mm.
lines, were not on the same page on religious subjects or whatever, or ideology. So it was such a relief, and it's so nice to see people uh, pushing together or pulling the wagon together for in the same direction, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's true. That's true. That's one thing that is beautiful about this winning for everyone in Argentina, I guess. And one or two last questions, I guess.
Yeah,
Uh,
sure.
what do you, how do people will see Messi right now? Because he hasn't before, everyone still think that Maradona is the god, like the pope of the football in Argentina. So now after this winning, how is the Messi's position, do you think, in the society?
So yeah, you're right. For us, Maradona is almost like a god. He took us, or he won almost self-handedly. He won the '86 World Championship, and I think most people look at Maradona not only for what he did in the football field, but he was also a very charismatic and romantic figure. He's
No.
very important also in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Messi is very big. He will probably, well, he's God right now, or he's a different God. It's very hard to compare them. To be
Mm-hmm.
honest, personally, I do not like to make comparisons or to make a ranking which one is bigger, because and they're also, both of them are so different. While Maradona was authentic, but also at the same time enthusiastic, and he will speak openly about almost anything. Messi is the complete opposite. He doesn't speak that much, and he takes care of what he says. So they are very different outside the football field. And again, it's very hard to compare them as football players. They are both
Mm-hmm.
amazing. You see them
Mm-hmm.
do something which are just amazing.
So there are statue of Maradona, right, in Argentina, like many of them, or not?
Sorry, say again, Effie?
Is there any statue of Maradona in Argentina?
Is there any statue? Yeah, several
Yeah,
actually.
several. Okay.
Several statues and several paintings of Maradonas, and you can find them in almost every town in Argentina.
Oh, okay, I would like to see whether they will design a statue of Messi for
It will
now.
happen. I'm sure. I think there are already
In
a couple of them.
Rosario, probably.
Yeah, in Rosario, in his hometown. Yeah, probably. And he's also very big because he grew up in Rosario and he started playing football in Rosario. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, Agustin, one last question. This one, I promise you.
Yeah.
Remember when they won the World Cup, and the FIFA leader, and then the what do you call, the Emir of Qatar, handed out the trophy to Messi, but before that they put on the rope on him, the
Yes.
Qatari rope.
The
So
wish.
I forgot what was the name, but some media says like, well, it is not necessary to put on the rope on Messi because they covered the jersey. But to me, it's like something. Well, this is nice, the nice gesture of Qatari, because they want to show their culture, and apparently the rope, it represents like an appreciation to a great warrior or something like that. And then I talked with my other friends from Argentina as well, and they said like, well, it's not necessary. So what do you think about it?
No, I totally agree with you. I think it was a sign of respect, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think he used the rope, and he lifted the cup with the rope, and you could still see again his national shirt. So no, I don't think it was bad at all, and it was again a sign of respect and hospitality. So for me, it was perfectly fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because some people said, oh, after so long he wanted to be the champion. Now you cover her jersey. Meanwhile, outside people were wearing his jersey. Everyone is with the number 10 Messi.
Yeah, I guess you can find probably in some shops you can find the Adidas shirt and also the beast or the tunic that he wants.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
think this day they will put it that as well, like next to each other. Okay. Agustin, that's all. That's all my question, and thank you so very much for sparing your time to
No,
talk
thank
with
you so
me.
much. It's always nice to see you and always nice to have a good talk.
Yeah, hopefully in the future we can talk about something else related from Argentina, because this account is I dedicate this account to share anything about something from South America. So I would love to talk with everyone from South America, be it they're South American or just Indonesian, to have their insights about where they live and everything. So hopefully in
Excellent.
the future, hopefully we can talk more.
Yeah, sure. I'm very happy to be
Okay.
here. And again, thank you all for your patience. And sorry
And
for my rusty English.
no, it's okay, Augustine. Thank you so very much. once again, congratulations. Say hi to everyone. Congratulations everyone from me, all the way from Indonesia. Okay, Agus. That will
Bye
be
bye.
all. Bye. Thank
Bye all.
you. Gracias.